Welcome to the Saturday stream. I hope everyone's having an awesome Saturday morning. Howdy Political Talks, hope you're doing okay. Today we are just hanging out today. There is, the co-host is going to join us today, so just allow... She's going to call in just a moment, I'm sure. But in the meantime... y'all get to hang out with me for a bit. I know. Howdy. So far, so good. That's good to hear. How's it going, Darknet? Folks, we have, in the meantime, we're just gonna go over, just a thing that was brought to my attention here. Holy yikes. This is very normal. Very cool. Very normal. Let me just bring that up for a second. Let me just move Discord out of the way. First of all, I wasn't even aware that young kids can actually even work. I thought that was like illegal or something. I thought we had like a whole thing about child labor, but you know. A Republican-sponsored bill moving through the Wisconsin state legislature would allow some teens to work later. Like, I had to reread that because I couldn't believe the fact that teens were allowed to work, period. The author of the bill, Senator Mary Felskowski, says it's aimed at creating more opportunity for kids while also helping small business deal with the nationwide worker shortage. I mean, like, seriously, these folks literally will do anything short of paying like a living wage. They will literally ask for your kids before offering a living wage. It's unbelievable to me. Teens can't work in other states. I think that the limit, is like 16, but there's also rules behind that too. You know what creates more opportunities for kids? Making sure they have access to higher education. Cleaning up from lunch rush on Capitol Square, business owner Raggy Richards packing her restaurant on wheels at Burrito Loco, including herself. 3 people work on the food truck. Right now, it's really hard to find workers. A lot of people can't find workers. Yeah, I wonder why. Richard says she takes her business on the road because she's short workers at her brick-and-mortar restaurant. Meanwhile, inside the Capitol, State Senator Felskowski hopes a bill she's authoring will help grow the employee pool for some Wisconsin small business. They're really just small mom and pops. This affects small business who employs 5 people or under, and it rarely affects children that are minor under the age of 16. The current law does not allow 14 and 15-year-olds to work later than 7 p.m. from after Labor Day until May 31st, and no later than 9 p.m. over the summer. I don't understand how 14 and 15-year-olds are allowed to work, period. 16 is the limit, but it's pretty strict in most states. Yeah, like you have to have like a special... There's like regulations that will limit young kids from working, and here apparently you can be 14 and 15. The bill would allow employees under age 16 to work until 9:30 p.m. before a school day and up until 11 when they don't have school the next day. The changes would not affect businesses covered by the Federal Fair Labor Standards Act, which include those with annual salaries of over $500,000. It's a great opportunity for these young folks to get some work experience. How else do you get going? Wait, at 14 and 15, 16 even, the only thing that you should be worrying about is what you're gonna do for like high school and college. What do you mean? Oh wait, hold on folks. 1 second. Howdy, howdy. Can you hear me? Hola, how's it going? How's it going? Oh. I think we had the co-host for a second there. Hold on, folks. Are we good? More sleep deprivation. Yeah, work till 9:30 and sleep late. Yeah, exactly. It's chill, man. Where is Cat? Okay, so right off the bat, we're getting requests for Cat. Hold on. Yeah, this is not a good role, to be honest. How do I remove this? Is there an echo? Oh, there is. Okay, hold on, folks. Alright, the echo's gone. But now I can't hear you. Hold on. Alright, so I think we got rid of the, we should have gotten rid of the echo, I believe. But, cool. Can you hear me? Hold on. Hey, chat, can chat do me a quick favor? Can chat hear the co-host? Hey, Peter Parker, how's it going? Can chat hear the co-host? Hello. We hear you. I can hear you, not her. Wait. Oh, wait, we gotta know. We gotta know. Hold on. What if I change... Okay, what if I change scenes? And what if I say... Ah. Okay. I think we did it. Hold on, I think we did it.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so... I guess we're just gonna have to do it like this. Hold on. Yeah, she's... Yeah,
What'd you do, Carlos?
I can't get the audio output in the same, I can't get the audio output in the same thing. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix that. What is audio doing on this one? Because I said audio output capture, and then I asked it to do the one that said the chat for Discord. And that should be okay. But when I go over here...
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on. Let me name this.
Put this stuff over here. All right.
There we go. We fixed it. Everybody can hear you. We're good.
Good. That's good.
Cool.
That's what we like to hear.
So
Damn.
check this out. You actually called at the perfect time. Because we're just starting a little story that was brought to my attention by Political Talks. It's the Catterday Curse. Yes, I know. It never fails. Every time, never fails. Saturday is just the culmination of any possible, any possible tech problems will just manifest themselves on Saturday. But that's okay. That's what we're here for. That's part of the charm. So you just called in at the perfect time. We were starting a story that was brought to our attention by Political Talks, which was saying that they're trying to expand the hours for kids to be able to work because of a nationwide worker shortage, and this is happening right now in Madison, Wisconsin. So basically the idea is they are literally doing anything and everything to just avoid paying people, lower living wages, up to and including just asking and making less rules for kids. So these kids are 14, 15, 16 are able to work for longer hours, and
instead of them just paying grown-ass people.
Yeah, instead of just paying like a living wage, instead of just providing benefits to attract workers, instead of just like, doing all of literally anything else, they're like asking for kids. They're asking for kids because they know they can exploit them. That's what it is.
That's
messed up. Yeah, that's exactly what I said on the Discord. I was like, this is disgusting. Like, first of all, I wasn't aware that 14 and 15-year-olds could even work. I've seen like states with 16 and up under special circumstances, and you have to have like waivers and paperwork, and I think that your school also has to do X, Y, or Z. I don't know. There's like rules to this. But 14 and 15-year-olds, like the only thing a 14 and 15-year-old needs to be worrying about is like high school and college. And like the Republican who's like proposing this bill is attempting to say how this is going to be an opportunity for young people. Like, you know what else is a great opportunity for young people? Higher education. Like, I don't get it.
Enjoying your childhood.
Yeah, first of all, yeah, like imagine like the idea, it like in your head that you that at 14 and 15, like, I'm sorry, what era is this? Let me check my calendar. Hold on, because I could have sworn like it's 2021. But maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we're just time travelers when child labor was like perfectly fine.
That's insane.
I don't believe, like, I honestly couldn't believe this. Yikes.
I don't think I had the photo up on the wall when we had our last stream, did I?
Oh yeah, you were doing the, you were doing the, not borders, frames.
I got one photo up.
Nice. It looks good. It looks good.
Fit above the door perfectly. And then, that little thing up there is a carbon monoxide monitor.
A carbon monoxide thingy?
Yeah, just in case. I don't want to kill myself. And of course, got the naughty pine and pull on the door in case people are like drunk. That way they know how to get in and out.
Smoke. Because, that doesn't happen.
got the studio name on the door too. So
Nice. Oh wait, hold
and
on.
I
Hold
have
on,
that
hold
on
on.
both sides.
Nice. Dustin resubscribing for 3 months. Another month. Somebody show this thing going down. Thank you. I appreciate that, Dustin. Thank you so much for the support.
You know what that means? For every subscriber. For every new subscriber. Salud.
Wisconsin sucks so bad I can't even tell you.
Ooh.
In my state, 16 and up can work and can do so through school for extra credit. Right, that's exactly what I was saying. Like the for you to be able to work in like 16 and up, there has to be some type of paperwork that you have to do. You have to go through some kind of like rules, right? This Wisconsin bill will cause kids to drop out to work because of brain drain. This shouldn't be a thing. Yeah, I agree. Like this shouldn't be a thing at all. It won't actually pass since we have a Dem governor. Oh, okay. Ooh. Do they have like enough to override a veto? Do they have a super majority where they can override a veto?
Jesus. How the hell do they do this?
Underpay, no paid internships needs to be banned. True. This one, yeah, it's quite possible. Yikes, Darknet. Yikes. Well, that is something.
Nothing like pulling down giant cobwebs and.
That's not scary at all.
It spanned literally from one side of the room to the whole other side of the room.
Quote, allowing high schoolers to pile on more hours isn't going to solve the endemic issue with workers. Wisconsin needs real solutions to help workers succeed. Yeah, no kidding. Livable wages, affordable childcare, healthcare, transit to jobs, not empty rhetoric, lowering child labor law standards. Yeah, because like when they have the opportunity, this is the kind of legislation that they want. At any given opportunity, this is exactly what they want. They don't have a super majority, so I just checked. Oh, thank goodness. Thank goodness. I hope this governor just immediately vetoes it, because holy yikes. You're just basically, as Political Talks just said, you're just piling on more hours, and you're incentivizing kids to be at work until like 9:30 instead of like getting rest and being ready for school. The only thing a 14 and 15-year-old, 16-year-old even, needs to be worrying about is school and what they're gonna do in college and all this other stuff. Like, and like you said, Bree, having a childhood. Like, why are you incentivizing kids to work? This is beyond. This is like giga cringe.
For real.
This is giga cringe.
Ouch! Nothing like. Ankle.
Ouch.
That I originally had over the door. I moved it over here, and I ordered something called Peel and Stick Dry Erase, and
yeah.
I actually saved some trim from a job site that I went to.
Nice.
That makes a basically makes like a little rectangle. And I realized that it would fit perfectly in this space.
Nice.
So what I'm going to do is put the Peel and Stick Dry Erase on the wall and then nail this trim to the wall over the top of it. You're
doing a lot of cool stuff there with the studio. Just again, really quickly, thank you so much, Dustin. I really appreciate the support. Thank you. Also, Bree, just as a update and for chat too, update on the garden. We've been doing so as you probably know, we've been doing cucumbers in the garden section out in the back, and
mine is like this big.
Oh no. And we've gotten, I think at this point, like 5 or 6 cucumbers that have been really, really good. and we made what is called my girlfriend made what it's called agua fresca, which is a kind of like a more or less like traditional Central American kind of drink, which you can do with any. It's basically, if you want to break it down to as like simple as possible, all it is just like juice, but you can make agua fresca with strawberries, and you can make agua fresca with like peach, which is great. You can make agua fresca with cucumber, which is what we did. So basically,
Nice.
it's like cucumber lemonade, and check this out. We used the cucumber from the garden that we've been growing, and man, it came out excellent. It came out excellent, and we have a couple of more cucumbers coming in down the pipeline. So we're gonna make more agua fresca with like more agua fresca with lime, cucumber, and
You just like
that's it.
saying that.
What? Cucumber?
No.
Agua fresca?
Yes.
Yeah, because I've never had it.
You just like saying it though. You just said it like
no,
20
but
times.
it's because I just discovered this for the like first time, unironically, in my entire life. I've never had it. I've never had it. So I'm like super excited about it, and that especially that we decided to just make it. And we first made it with cucumbers from the store, but now we have our own. So that was really great. So now I'm like super ecstatic about like every time like we have enough to make an agua fresca is like super ecstatic, because I'm telling you, I'm about 30-ish, and I've never had it. So now it's like it's a brand new world for me with that. And it's quite filling. It's refreshing. It's great. I highly recommend it.
Okay.
It's nothing like it. There's nothing like making your own like, especially in a hot day. There's nothing like making your own lemonade. It's basically lemonade, cucumber lemonade.
This next thing that I have to do is not easy. We have 3 pictures. One goes above the TV, one goes above the fridge, and one goes above the cabinet over here.
Nice.
They barely fit, so I can't fuck up where I put them. This is gonna be tricky.
I'm sure it's gonna come out great once you're done with it.
This is gonna be tricky. So the one that's gonna go above the TV is 29 7/8. Oh, well, I guess it's not gonna go above the TV because, oh wait, yeah, it is 21 1/4.
Nice. Are you calculating where the other frames are going?
Well, I kind of have an idea where I'm gonna put them. It's just I'm trying to see which one is which.
Mm-hmm.
The one that I have on the table here is gonna be the one that goes over. Goes over here. Then the one that is here. Let me turn the camera so you can see me.
Whoa! We've got a massive raid from Bleep Blop Ben coming in hot with 131 viewers. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Ben also coming in extra hot with a tier 1 subscription for 13 months. Unbelievable. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you for the follow. Welcome everybody. Welcome. We are A Difficult Truth. For those of you that haven't seen us before, we do news and politics, generally speaking, Monday through Thursday about 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern time. Saturdays, which you guys have are hanging out with us today.
Salud.
We have a more chill version of the stream. We have the co-host with us. It is Saturday Catterday, so there is always a guaranteed kitty cat on stream at some point. That's just like a never. Bob Dragon, how's it going? Thank you for the follows. JMax, the Diabetic 86, Melanie 44, how's it going? 16 Tones, how's it going? Lost Sue, how's it going? So there's a lot of wonderful folks in chat. Fatal Meltdown, oh snap, that's right. Oh snap, it's a Bleep Blop Ben raid. Itchy and Scratchy, thank you for the follow, appreciate that. I just got here, restaurants trying to hire children so they don't have to raise wages. Something like that. So chap, we'll go over that story again in just a second. Ooh. Okay, how Dowd? I'm just trying to keep up with everybody. Thank you for the follow, Marty C. Alright, so really quickly before we get into it, thank you guys so much. Again, if you enjoy the content, don't forget to follow. Make sure you guys follow some wonderful folks here in chat. First and foremost, don't forget to follow Bleep Blop Ben, just in time for the raid, true. Don't forget to follow Bleep Blop Ben, don't forget to follow Lost Sue. Don't forget to follow Zachap. There's a couple of awesome people. K How Dows, thank you. Don't forget to follow. And I think that's everybody. Did I get everybody? I hope I did. Please, if you are a streamer, don't be shy. Let us know so we can give you a quick shout out. So let me work on that. First and foremost, Bleep Blop Ben. Make sure you follow, support.
Oh, hell yeah.
Then we got Lost Stu. Follow, support. Wonderful person. Let's see, make sure I got everybody.
Lost my chalk. Good thing I have more.
The chap, yes. Okay, I just want to make sure that I got everybody. If you see anybody with a little diamond next to them, more likely than not, they are a content creator or just frequent viewer who posts good links. So please, if you see a little diamond next to a username, please feel free to check them out. More often than not, they are a content creator. And Johnny, thank you for the follow. The chap requesting a cute animal video. We will do that in just a second. For those of you that are tuning in, we were just talking about the Wisconsin law that's being proposed. Thankfully, as Darknet posted earlier, the Republicans do not have the supermajority to override a veto should the Democratic governor decide to veto this. But basically, they're trying to raise the hours that 14 and 15-year-olds can work because of the work shortage. So like BPCL pointed out, and just how we've been pointing out earlier, they are literally doing anything and everything to avoid just paying people a living wage, to just offer benefits. They're just resorting to children basically. And this was posted by this was posted in the Discord by Political Talks. Yeah, accept everything except the right thing. I didn't even know that 14-year-olds could legally work. Neither did I, but you know, Wisconsin and all. So, like we were saying earlier, instead of kids focusing on, you know, school and kids focusing on what they're going to do in high school and college, they're being incentivized to work, which is incredibly giga cringe, I would say. Conservative geniuses at it again. True. Republicans want to start kids on wage slave early. Yeah, and this is how they sell it, Johnny. Quote, this is about opportunity for young people. Yeah. This is how it's being sold, folks. This is how it's being sold. In Missouri, a 14-year-old in Missouri, a 14-year-old has to actively apply for work permits and meet certain academic requirements, and 14 and 15-year-olds have stricter rules than the 16 and 17-year-olds. Yeah, no one wants minimum wage jobs, so now they target those who will work for anything and easily get exploited. Yeah, there we go. That's really the TLDR. Companies already don't follow the law about how many hours can kids work. It's just gonna get worse. Yeah, especially if this kind of mentality kind of sticks. because it is unbelievable to me. I still couldn't believe that 14 and 15-year-olds were even allowed to work, period. I mean, like, you are just gonna prey on the desperation of people, especially if those if those folks find themselves in a position where they are legally able to work, and then be forced to put in a position where they have to work to keep putting food on the table, right? Because, like, I mean, seriously, I got my first job at 14, only like 15 hours a week. Yeah, but 15 hours a week is fine. At 15 hours a week is fine. Isn't there a lower minimum wage for 14 and 15-year-olds too? I don't know. I started working when I was 14. Yikes. That's a freshman in high school or an 8th grader who can work? Yeah, that's right. This is why I'm so increasingly alienated by the GOP. Well, by 16 I was at 25 and it was fun. It was a laser tag place. Yeah, but like the thing is, like, these folks are incentivizing little kids to work longer hours. I mean, dude, imagine having to work. Employees under age 16 can work until 9:30 p.m. Before a school day. So, like, in order for you to keep a job, they're gonna say, well, you have to work until 9:30, and then what? Yeah, and imagine working full-time hours while at school. That's kind of like that's unbelievably giga cringe. I started working by the weed program by 9. Imagine expecting children to work long hours and then go to school. Exactly. I'm a basketball official. That's the ages. I referee. They barely get basketball concept. They aren't going to be able to work like adults and how the adult boss wants them to. Yeah, not only that, like, the fact that they're allowed to, they would be, technically, if this bill passes, they would be allowed to continue to work until 9:30 p.m. Then the businesses will require them to work until that because it's legal. Right, yeah, let's just not let them, just let them not go to school. We need less educated people. Exactly. Yeah, we're moving backwards. Yeah, I made a comment, as SV Harkin, before, where I was like, wait, what year is this? I'm sorry, is this like the 1920s, where we have, like, kids working full-time? Yeah, or before, maybe. 1820s, okay, thank you. The 1820s. Where like, I had to check my calendar for a second there. I was like, is this the 1820s? Working under the table before reaching the age of work was pretty normalized. I did it. Yeah, that's wrong. Like, that's messed up. The fact that we are put in a position where parents can't effectively work and earn a living wage to put food on the table, and then, like, kids are being kind of, like, not forced but coerced into working. No, actually 1911 there are photos. Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, exactly, political talks, let alone work and pass school. You know what? I was at one point a university student. I was a full-time student, and I had a full-time job, and you know what ended up happening? I just completely dropped the ball in school because there's no time. There's no time. Like, there's literally no time. I tried doing a 40-hour a week full-time job, and a complete full-time job and a complete university full-time schedule, and I just ended up not being able to do it. School is for capitalists, true. Oh yeah, a part-time job. Maybe I should have looked for a part-time job to ease the mental stress, but I had a full-time job and full-time school, so I ended up not doing good in school in certain classes, especially classes that I needed to pay attention to. Children are already spending more time in school during school for more than 40 hours a week. They spend 8 hours a day at school, and then they get homework. This doesn't even include the long commutes that children will often have as they don't have their own transportation to get to school. Yeah, like, I mean, just alone, just this alone, simplistic linguistic, just this alone, the fact that already kids work, the fact that they already have like a pretty much 8-hour school day, and then they have to go home and do homework. Like, where's the time? How do you keep a full-time job? Or how are you expecting these kids to work until 9:30 p.m.? Like, okay. SV Harkin, can you send that to me via whispers? It is forced. This is red. In this red state, parents will force their kids to get jobs as soon as it's legal. When I was a kid, I heard stories from people who worked as teenagers in the 1970s, and the paychecks and employers gave the paychecks straight to the parents. Yikes.
That's cringe.
Yeah, that is incredibly cringe. Full-time school and work is the most exhausting existence, especially when there are people who also take care of at home. Yeah, the diabetic. So, like, effectively what is happening is if you're a full-time student and then you're a full-time employee as well, that's like a job on top of a job, right? So I can only imagine the people who work like 60 to 70 to 80 hours a week. Jeez, how exhausting is that? That's not living, and they're forced to do it because, like, how else are they gonna put food on the table? Homework should be banned or very limited. It's too much. They end up working more than an 8-hour day lots of times. Right. And now they want to incentivize kids to, like, actually work on top of that. So, like, how does that even work? But, you know, a well-educated youth and a well-educated populace would be incredibly bad for Republicans, I guess. I just hate this framing. This framing unironically triggers me. This is about an opportunity for young people. We're not talking about unrealistic hours. It's still very controlled hours. It's not hours they don't put in for extracurricular activities at school. Wait, the only thing that, a kid, a 14, 15-year-old, I would even argue 16-year-old, doesn't need to be thinking about, working full-time or working a job or anything like that. It's incredible to me. The only thing that they need to be working on is their school, their education. What are they going to do in high school? What are they going to do in college? Like, man. Anyone who's wealthy won't have to worry about their kids being forced to work. Once again, it only affects the poor. Yeah, exactly, because who is the only one that is going to be incentivized to take this action? It's people who need to put food on the table. They need to not be referred as the GOP anymore. There's nothing grand about them. True. Yeah, so this is like incredibly giga cringe to me. Unbelievable. But hey, cool. Nice. The measure is backed by Republicans, of course, and the state's hotel, restaurant, and grocery industries. But opposed by Democrats in Wisconsin AFL-CIO, the AFL-CIO opposes the measure, saying it rolls back child labor protection laws, and supporters have not shown why the change is needed. I guess 11 is too much for me. I don't know how other business owners feel, but I think 11 is too pushy. Jesus. Yeah, so I agree with the I agree with this final statement here. State Senator Chris Larson says looser child labor laws are not the answer to the labor shortage. Good pay, benefits, and safer working conditions are. A child's primary responsibility is their education. They're better off investing in themselves and their future than working longer and later hours as a teenager. That's exactly, yes, exactly correct. The exact correct take. Good pay, benefits, and safer working conditions are how you solve the, quote, manufactured labor shortage, okay? People aren't just sitting there at home because they're getting paid by the government. That those benefits are long gone, and I'm sure in states like Wisconsin, they've been, ended a long time ago. In Florida, unemployment insurance has ended since June. Okay? So it's not the government subsidizing people to stay home and be lazy or whatever the nonsense argument is. It's because people, and I know this might shock you, but people don't want to work shit jobs for shit wages.
Really?
Okay? Yeah,
I don't
really?
believe you.
No way. Unbelievable.
That just doesn't make any sense, Carlos.
That just doesn't make any sense.
I'm
Nice meme.
I'm sorry, I don't know who told you that.
The memes write themselves.
That sounds like some like really crazy liberal idea or something.
Yeah, I know. It's just me being too radical. Sorry, guys. I gotta tone it down.
Don't mind me being sorry in case you can't tell.
Maybe demanding living wages and better conditions and benefits. It's just too radical. Sorry, guys. Maybe I should tone it down or something. Being against workers demanding better pay and benefits is so anti-American. I don't know how you justify that. True. Meeting a boss when you are so young and still developing could be traumatic. It's bad when you're an adult. Yeah, imagine meeting a bad boss at 14 or 15. Jesus. Yeah, imagine meeting like a really bad boss at 14 and 15 that can exploit you. And I mean, this is disgusting. There's no reason why any of this should even be proposed. I'm not trying to derail, but I missed a lot of streams. Have you covered the girl in Oklahoma yet? Wait, which one? If we aren't working to the bone our entire lives, how are we supposed to die full of regret? Yeah, just keep working harder, folks. Don't worry, everybody. All 90 plus of you. Don't worry. We're all just temporarily embarrassed billionaires. Don't worry. If we just work harder, guys. The incidence of a 14, 15-year-old meeting a bad boss is close to 100%. Yeah, especially if, like, I mean, how could there not be a way of exploiting this? How could there not be? Thought Tiana, thank you for the follow. Dr. Dragon Rider, resubscribing with a tier 1 subscription for 4 months. Yay, I don't know how you did Saturdays. You're improving my day exponentially. Thank you so much. That really means a lot to me. Thank you. Thank you.
We appreciate you.
Oh my god. Wait, is this... Can you post a BPCL? Can you send me a link for that? If anyone wants a speedy solution to labor shortage, simply let more immigrants become citizens so they can work and increase wages. Whoa. Hold on. Do we have some kind of a radical in chat? No, I'm kidding. Of course, political talks. Of course, that would be a great idea. Make a path to citizenship. Make a path to citizenship would be one way for these folks to help, and also pay living wages and increase your benefits. Like, the only reason people don't want to work is because they're realizing that they have the power, and they're actively choosing to not work for shit wages at shit jobs, period. If you pay people a living wage and give them benefits and all this other stuff, then they'll be fine.
I don't believe you.
I don't believe you.
They're just lazy.
True.
I thought we talked about it.
True. So this is already happening in Wisconsin. It's attempting to happen, so that's why I'm bringing attention to it. It's attempting to happen, so that's why I'm bringing attention to it. BPCell, can you please send that to me? I was 13 and working for the Youth Bureau and was cleaning up after NASCAR races, picking up needles and moving coolers of literal crap, and I was being abused big time, and I quit and I cried. I think that was like for $3.75 an hour. Yikes. Yeah, of course. Like, the opportunity for exploitation is just like, it's just right there. Yeah, not a living wage, a thriving wage. I picked an article at random. No, send it to me via whispers, BPCL. Let me check my my whispers here. Arkin, thank you so much for that. Here we go. This is what we were talking about earlier. Thank you, Harkin. Sorry I didn't get to that earlier. there's work that profits children, and there's work that brings profits only to employers. The object of employing children is not to train them, but to get higher profits from their work. Yeah, true. Yikes. 1908. Yikes. 6-year-old. 11-year-old.
Something like that, I guess. This is kind of
Nice.
hard
Looking good. Looking good, Bree.
I have no idea how I'm gonna do this, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little sketched out to try and stand on this table.
Well, just make sure that you're safe. Get like a good ladder or something. Yeah, send it to me.
Because I have to drill over there.
Oof. Yeah, they were chopping fish with giant knives. Yeah, nothing could go wrong there. Send it to me via whispers if you have it. Neodeath, is your good whisper to it? Okay.
Oh yeah, this table is
Oh, here we go.
Not long for this world.
In a totally normal, just grab the random Google results. But yeah, I'm sure that like a lot of these articles will be similar. I think that a lot of these articles will be similar, so that's okay. Manslaughter conviction, so not even like tried, convicted. Yikes. 21-year-old Oklahoma woman who suffered a miscarriage. Pregnancy advocates on other social media are expressing outrage after a 21-year-old Oklahoma woman was convicted of first-degree manslaughter earlier this month for having a miscarriage, which a prosecutor blamed on her alleged use on methamphetamine. Brittany Pula, which is a member of the Comanche Nation, according to the Comanche Detention Center, was sentenced to October 6 by a jury to 4 years in state prison. Pula's attorney filed a notice of intent to appeal. Prosecutors argued that the miscarriage suffered was from her use of methamphetamine. An autopsy of the fetus showed it had tested positive for methamphetamine, according to the Associated Press, but there was no evidence her use of the substances would cause the miscarriage. The autopsy showed that the miscarriage could have actually been caused by a congenital abnormality and placental abruption, which is when the placenta detaches from the womb. So, yikes. Yeah, so hey, cool. If that doesn't anger you, just keep in mind that also Texas is also that Texas law, SB 8, is currently, I think, going to the Supreme Court, I believe. SB 8 is going to the Supreme Court, or at least at least the ability to challenge that law is going to the Supreme Court. Yikes, neon death. I remember stories of girls losing their hair after they'd been pulled from garment making machines. My mom worked at a cabinet factory where an Amish girl was killed when her hair was caught in the saw. Yikes. Yeah, she's indigenous too. Unbelievable. Yes, Marty, so the Supreme Court is hearing the, I think, arguments for whether or not the state can be challenged on the SB 8 bill November 1st. So, the idea, this is going to be something to pay attention to, because the fact that the Supreme Court is going to make the fact that the Supreme Court is going to speed up this argument means that I believe that they have already some type of idea of how they're going to rule already, and it's not going to be like a long drawn out case, which could be worrying. Hopefully that just means that they're intending on just knocking this law down, because it doesn't make any sense at all. That's right, political talk. So now a woman who makes a mistake that results in a miscarriage, or just has a miscarriage in general. Yeah, exactly. Political talks. This is what happens when when you allow this kind of stuff to become law. And it's not like she was charged. It's not like she was anything. This is a unironic conviction for first-degree murder. For basically, essentially, the state decided that this person was guilty without without proper, like, I don't know. This is a aberration of justice in my opinion. This is an aberration of justice. But this is the natural conclusion of what Republicans want, really. Legal people have been saying for years that abortion laws will lead to prosecution of miscarriages for literal years. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, BPCL. This is the literal conclusion, the natural conclusion of where they want to go. And this will also incur, in terms of like the, Texas bill, yeah, it's encouraging citizens to spy on each other. It's encouraging citizens to go after each other because, hey, there's a 10K bounty to be had. Who doesn't want 10K? Just make sure that you follow any alleged suspicious person who may have helped, who may have been even remotely tied to helping an abortion. Hey, that's a 10K bounty. Yeah, men who don't understand biology making laws based on religion for bodies they don't understand. True. Yeah, it's like hands made tail shit. Like not even like unironic butt dragon. But hey, cool. This is the
I believe that any person should have control over another person's body. Period.
Wow.
What a concept.
What a radical statement. What a radical statement.
I don't think it's as difficult as everybody makes it out to be.
That's literally it. That's it. That's the argument. That's it right there. Right, exactly what you said. Hopefully they'll be turning Texas blue in 2 to 4 years, but they're proving by the playbook of a lot of states that will never repeal that once it's passed. Yeah. Right, Dustin, can you just report every store selling pads and tampons? Hey, go get your 10K bounty. Yeah, the party of individual freedom, right? Wait, no, it is the party of individual freedom. As long as it's the individual freedom that I like, then it's okay. See? Eh? That's how it works.
Huh? Is it?
Something like that. It's the party of individual freedom, except the individual freedoms that I like and that I want to impose on other people. The freedom to control. Yeah, exactly. The greed oppression party. No, it's really simple. I think was it Memo for the Rec? I always get these two usernames correct, and I apologize for always getting these usernames correct. It's not Memo for the Record or Memius, who made this one up. It's Gaslight, Obstruct, and Project. If it ain't going blue if Dems don't successfully challenge the maps they just approved. Yeah, gerrymandering and all. That's geez, so many things. Anyways, TLDR, yeah, exactly. The dystopian future that everyone keeps warning about is already here. The state went after Pula because she used drugs, even though there's no proof that that's why her pregnancy ended. Criminalizing behavior during pregnancy is a slippery slope. What's next? Arresting women who don't take prenatals or who have a glass of wine? Yeah, like that's incredibly cringe. Oh my god. This should be like ringing alarm bells across the board. And this is exactly the natural conclusion of what these type of laws want to usher in. Not only that, artificial womb technology has come a long way, so the argument is on the rise to phase out abortion with the womb technology. Yeah, like basically, those are the symptoms of narcissism and psychopathy. Yeah, basically. It's unbelievable to me that that people actually like, and let's be very clear. This is all rooted in religious, extremist fundamentalism. That's what all of this is rooted in. They want to control women, because that's the name of the game for them, and it's unbelievable to me. States won't flip as long as elections remain unchallenged. True. Howdy, Unicorn Glitty. Unicorn Glitty. The Dems are doing nothing to prevent it. That's the more frustrating part, to be honest. Yeah. Sorry, I'm choring. It's all good. It's all good. Yeah, so lots of things to be Giga triggered about. Holy yikes, I didn't even hear about this story. This was 3 days ago. How did I miss this one? Wow. This was 3 days ago. Pay attention, folks. This is only... My call to action is to pay attention. Please be aware of what's happening in your local and state laws, because those directly... those are the most chance that it will directly affect you and could set precedent on how things can play out. Please pay attention to what's happening in your local and state. Show up to your council meetings if you can. Know who your city council members are. Know who your state legislators are. Know who your state senators are. All of this is like super important, and super important. I'm lucky to live in Massachusetts. Nice. This is unbelievable to me.
Why?
I mean, like, every time I see it, it just like... It's just shocking, right? Because, like, you know that this is, like, the natural conclusion how these type of laws play out, but, like, to actually see it, to actually read it in your face, to actually see it and read it in your face is, like, is another level. I mean, like, convicted of manslaughter, first-degree manslaughter, to no less, first-degree manslaughter. It's just shocking. It's just shocking. The government, the government, the MIC, chemical companies, fossil fuel companies, and any company out there has been poisoning our air, land, and water. True, they're responsible for, I believe, at least 90% of our sicknesses and diseases and a capitalistic, imperialistic, fascist greed. Well, I think that, like, I don't know to what degree, but undeniably, the poisoning of our waters, the poisoning of our air, the poisoning of our everything. Literally, we've done multiple stories about how PFAS chemicals have affected our health, the health hazards of what air pollution can be, and yeah, undeniably there's an argument there, because they are responsible. They knew I think, like, what triggers me more is, like, they know about it. They know about it. That's because there's a handful of Dems who are bought and paid for. True. Where are we seeing so-called electric centrists or right-wing Democrats? It's many better when a Republican gets elected, and therefore there's no reason to ever run against these so-called moderates in these moderate districts. Yeah, I think that for too long we've been, like, misnaming them. They're not by any means moderate. Thank you for the follow, Irish Panda. I'm involved heavily in the party. I'm on the top state and almost local stuff. Would have run for city council, but chose not to. I mean, like, it's not about, like, just everybody, like, you know, throwing their hat in the ring, but, like, seriously paying attention to who your city council is, to who your board members are, to who is your state senator, your state representatives, and things like that is incredibly important, because, like, a lot of these laws, you don't realize what's happening until it's already there. When people say if they pass these laws, they'll send women who have miscarriages to prison, you think they can't pass these laws if that's the case, but the truth is, they'll pass these laws and send women to prison. Here we go. Case in point, BPCL. It is a slippery slope, but a non-fallacious slippery slope, I guess. Right, remember when conservatives cried about Sharia law, and now they're enacting some of the most regressive religious fundamentalist laws? Yeah, exactly.
Oh, it's disgusting.
Yeah, it is. Quite simply just that. It is just unbelievable to me.
Alright, this is Basically, what I did was I measured out and I started with how far I wanted it up off the TV. And then I went up, and that's how tall the picture frame is.
Y'all Kada. I'm sorry, that's funny.
And then I measured the frame, and I measured the halfway point since I'm hanging them with a string. You want to put your screw halfway in the middle of where you want the picture to go.
Nice. I like that.
So up in that corner up there is where I'm going to put my screw. The only thing I have to double check, you can see how there's like a 2-inch gap up there at the top. The bottom corner there, over here, is where the screw should go because the wire will sag a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And you want the picture frame to go where you want it. And I measured it. And it's pretty much 2 inches. So
nice.
Here, let me get the camera. I can show you what I did. Hold on. We're going mobile. Well, we're going more mobile.
Mobile, squared.
So basically what I did was, here's the string, right? So what you do is you take the string and you stretch it.
Yeah.
Mark that, and then you measure it.
Yep.
And then, okay, this is how much space I need. So if you look up at the wall, that's what I did.
Nice. That's that's how my dad does his work when he used to, when we were first working on our house. He that's exactly what he did to hang out those not posters, those portraits and pictures
frames.
And stuff. Yep, that's exactly what he did.
So, and you know what is crazy is like nobody taught me how to do kind of like.
Yeah, it's I mean it's common sense, right? Kind of. I
just kind of figured it out, and
right.
You know what? I know the fucking whatever it was on the wall, and then I realized, oh shit, it went 2 inches lower than I wanted, and it was because of the stream.
Yeah.
So I fucked up one time, and then I learned, and now I know, all the other ones I do. All right, hey, don't do that, you dummy.
Yeah, I mean, like, it's kind of like, it's almost common sense because, like, that the string on top is gonna cause a little change in the measurement or change in where the hole needs to be drilled in the wall or something like that. I forget.
Right, and I know my walls are black, but they're not chalkboards. They're just regular paint.
Mm-hmm.
But for me on a job site, my favorite thing is using chalk when I'm doing stuff like this that, you're pretty precise. 64th of an inch precise.
Right.
So when I'm doing stuff like this, I use chalk, and I kind of like to trace my outline of where it's going to go, and the chalk literally just wipes right off.
Yeah, as you can kind of see in the background, that's exactly it. Hang on. I'm opposed to tying these laws to religion. It started with the religion, but misogyny doesn't require religious affiliation. No. It doesn't require religious. It doesn't require religious affiliation. I'm just saying that there is a heavy intertwined relationship is what I'm saying. They're charging women with manslaughter for miscarriages, and if corporations are people, then corporations need to start getting charged for murder and biological terrorism for all the pollution they do. Now there's a thought. For some countries, more than two, for sure, countries with more than 2 parties get work done faster than our slow-ass system. True. Yes, exactly, Harkin. I don't watch every week, but I love that every week I do watch your co-host is a full-on handyman stream going on. Yeah, it's an IRL stream in the background. We have to run True Progressives in my hometown. There was 8 candidates. She came in third with no name recognition. She's an attorney for legal aid, but was endorsed by local Sunrise and would love to see her in Congress. Nice. Found a Vice video about how the Taliban has far-right and fan base. Oh, yeah, I saw kind of that. Yeah, I mean, of course. It turns out that, like, a lot of, this kind of, like, fundamentalism, a lot of it is, like, reactionary. Like, yeah, political talks. Yeah, it is. Yeah, like you don't trust me. You don't have to. You don't have to sell me on that one. You don't have to sell any one of us on that one.
It is actually just drywall. So
A drywall support? What does that mean? Is that like an extra hook or something?
no, basically it's just like a little like a little thing that goes through the drywall and clamps onto the screw and keeps it from backing out. So here, I'll show you one. Just hang on a second.
Oh, there's a new Beckosphere video for climate change news that I want to talk about. And not talk about, that I want to watch. Oh, but somebody redeemed a cute animal video, so we're gonna have to do that. Yes, we're gonna have to do that. I'm sorry, I remembered, okay?
Alright, so this goes into the drywall, you hammer, drill out a hole, pop this in with a hammer, and then when you screw into it, these things open up and it keeps the screw from coming back out.
Gotcha. Alright, cute animal video time, folks.
Every dive I'll have contact where they'll approach me and touch me.
I love
That's quite magical,
animals.
and time just
True.
stops. It's very, very difficult to put into words, to be
I
honest.
lost my drill bit.
You've got in front of you a 450-pound animal. It's a wild
I
animal.
thought I left it right here, but it's not
You
here.
put your hand up and it comes to you.
I should turn the
So
fan
it's
on. I haven't
initiating
turned the
it.
fan on.
Grabs hold of your hand with its flipper and squeezes your hand, and you give it a little squeeze back and it responds. You've sort of got a
they're
connection
like
with an animal.
barbs.
That
To
moment of
think that the
peace,
American First Movement
if I
called
could
them
bottle it up
called
and
them the
sell it, I
liberators
would
of
be
Afghanistan.
incredibly rich.
Yikes.
For
Yeah,
the
no,
last
you don't have to
20
sell me on
years,
that
I've
one,
spent a lot
Political
of
Talks.
time,
I
actually
believe
probably
it.
more time than anyone in the world underwater with grey seals.
Sea doggos. Yes.
I've been able to see things that other people have never seen. Grey seals doing things underwater that have never been seen before.
Based sea
I would
puppers.
trust
Not
any
Wrangler.
wild seal
How's it going?
underwater
Glad to see you here,
more
my
than
friend.
any domesticated dog, any day.
The what?
And they're very, very
Wind
gentle.
flow.
The
I
wind
think
flow.
what's
Oh, because
also
of your
quite
fans?
clever is
Yeah,
they
I just
know
turned
what
them on.
is
Nice.
me and physically me and what's equipment.
He's such a good boy.
They'll peel off my diver,
Good
or they'll
pupper. Good
take
sea
off my
pupper.
mask. But they don't hurt me. They seem to know what's physically me and what's equipment that they like to play with. They like games. They play games with each other, and really what they're doing is they're just switching some of that play behavior to me.
Why am I like this?
Well, it's okay. You just go downstairs,
My
right? Or
focus
go
is always
outside.
on never disturbing the seals. If they come to me, it's because they're
geez.
choosing to come
Well,
to me.
it's okay.
That's why I said
These aren't pets. These are wild animals. I don't have a seal that's, Sammy the
Yeah,
seal, and
based
I always
sea
see it, and
puppers.
that's the one that plays with me. No, they're all different seals. Because they've shown me how
Yes,
to dive.
that's right. They do have
20 years,
they
I've
do have
learned
teeth,
from
and they
them
are
how to dive
like
in a
saw
way that
blades.
they
Yeah,
feel
that's
relaxed.
true.
And
They eat fish.
That then gives access that allows quite unique observations. They do
Look
this
at
thing where
that
they
sea
really
pupper.
beautifully rub their backs along the seabed. Their courtship underwater, how they roll, very balletic, really, underwater rolling together. I've got an interesting life because I work as a medical doctor full-time in a coastal rural town in Northumberland. My job working as a doctor is very, very stressful, and I think that being underwater with seals sort of gives a really good balance, and it's good for your mental health and your well-being, really. Probably the main reason why I do it, to be honest. Just being with wildlife, being with nature.
True. It does give you a different
Mindfulness, you're in the
perspective,
moment
doesn't
and
it?
you're not thinking about the future or the past.
This is the video I
You're
didn't know
really
I
just there
need.
with wildlife.
Well played.
It's a great privilege.
Thank you for the redemption of the cute animal video. Let's see.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Let me just make sure I have this right. Sorry, things got who redeemed it? Who redeemed the cute animal video? Was that you, Political Talks? Pretty sure it was you. Let me check.
Alright, guys, we should be set. I physically cannot pull that out.
Nice. Cool.
I'm kind of hoping we're set here.
All right, there's a new Beckettsphere for climate news here.
So
I'm scared.
tea. Hold on.
Just be safe up there.
So I decided. Oh, I forgot my tea. Hold on. Oh my gosh, better than tea. My cat.
Aw.
Hi, baby.
Combat Unknown 123, thank you for the follow. Harkin, thank you for the follow. I think I said.
Hey y'all, it's Becky here from the
thank you to Irish
Beckettsphere,
Panda,
where we talk
appreciate
about
that.
climate news and solutions. If you hear some crunching in the background, that's my cat eating. He always manages to either eat or poop during my videos. It's very impressive. Today, I'm going to go ahead and deep dive a little bit into the energy crisis because I think it's a very interesting topic to cover. And because it is a very complicated issue that I'm going to attempt to cover in a short period of time, if I miss anything or I mess up anything,
Darknet. I knew that. I think we need another one. Okay.
To the discussion in the comment section below. I greatly appreciate that. So
we'll do one after this.
Right? We are coming out of a pandemic. Well, kind of getting out of it. It's still definitely happening.
Hold on, I'm sorry. Say that again.
You know,
How does that look?
It looks good from here.
Does
Looks
it look
good.
level?
There's no ways we're gonna be able to tell from here.
Look at the line of the TV here.
Yeah, I mean it looks level from here. It looks level. Whether or not it is, I can't really tell you, but it looks good. Yeah, it looks level to me. Stop it, Nug Wrangler. Drymeyer says looks level to me. Yeah, it looks level. Like I said, it looks level from here, but you know, you never know with how the camera angle is. But hey, from here,
I know. I just I can't tell being right next to it at all. So
yeah.
I was asking how it looked from there.
No, I mean it looks good. Just say Nug Wrangler says just say yes. Okay.
Just say yes. Just say yes to the dress.
We're economically getting
just
out
say
of the
yes
pandemic,
to the dress.
and we're heading towards winter time, which means that there is a big
Custom
increase
prints.
in energy
Nice.
demand for both of
Studio.
those
We're gonna
reasons.
go
Nice.
for a
For
third.
the
Go for
post-pandemic
3.
boom, it's basically, you know, getting all the factories back open and just the business going, a bunch of people re-entering work for the first time in a while. So that's a lot of energy reliance, and then on top of that, as we're heading towards the winter, that's going to be a
Dr.
larger
Dragon
energy
Rider,
demand.
hold on, Dr.
Just
Dragon
simply
Rider
because
says
of,
there
it
are
getting
phone apps
colder,
where you can
but
actually
also
balance
because
it to
we're
see if
heading
it
towards the
levels
holidays.
for you. Yeah, absolutely. And but yeah, true. There are phone apps that can do that, and I believe. Wait,
I have that on my iPhone, but I'm streaming from my phone, so I can't
Oh
use it.
yeah.
But
Okay.
here's the catch. If the house is not level to begin with, you have to get creative with how you put stuff on the walls to try and balance it out.
Oh.
So basically, the guy who built my house was like 20.
Things weren't level.
There's nothing wrong with it, but I'll be damned, there ain't nothing fucking square in this place. So I've kind of got to make it like, you know, nothing in here is going to be perfectly level, but we're trying to gauge it more by eye.
Yeah.
So that we can kind of make it work. Like if you were here, you would be able to see that it's level with the TV because I made the TV level
With the walls.
but it's not level to the ceiling. It's off by like an eighth of an inch.
Oh yeah, but I mean, being level is subjective. Thanks, Nug Wrangler. Thanks.
I hope that makes sense a little bit.
Yeah. Because like at that point, if you know for a fact that your whole base is not level, then you kind of just have to gauge with what you got, right?
Right, because if I use the leveling app on my phone, it's going to square that to the ceiling.
Right.
And then it's not going to be level to the TV, which is actually fucking level.
Gotcha. I heard that they have levels used in water tubes too. Some ancient lost technology. True. Some ancient lost technology. I would go get mine, but Yeah, you can always jiggle it unless you're just doing like an artist installation. Probably no one cares. It's kind of endearing because everyone is a little unleveled in a way. Nice. We're all a little bit unleveled in a
Well,
way. True.
I first set of switches I put in for the fan, for the exhaust fan. But
Yeah,
I'll
they're
tell it again.
backwards or something. They're like sideways.
I'll tell it again because some people here might not have heard it. So
Wait,
basically,
wait. We got another person. Hold on. We got another person confirming it does look level with the TV, so I think you're good.
thank you guys. I appreciate
Sorry, go ahead.
it.
Go ahead.
So
Sorry.
basically, you guys have to keep in mind that I never did a lot of the stuff that I've done in this studio before I built this studio, especially putting these freaking fans in. I had never done anything like that. I had only ever done automotive wiring. I had never done any home electrical wiring. But anyways, first fan I went to put in, this exhaust fan up in here, the switch. I put the switch in the wall and I put the gang box in sideways. So it's sideways, it works. And I put it in and I noticed before I even installed the fan, I'm like, oh man, I can cut this out and turn it around. But then I
Nope.
thought, you know what? I'm going to leave this one like this because this is a symbol to me who is like, I'm a crazy person. So
Yeah.
everything I've done in this shop, I've kind of tried to put in little imperfections into it. That way I can try and break myself of being how I am because it's miserable.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Why is this so fun to
because
watch?
My grandfather and my dad are like this.
Mhm.
So I'm like this. That's why
Yeah.
in the shop, you guys saw these shelves are a good example. They were made of literally trash from the cabinet shop that I worked at.
Nice.
And I put them up in just like 20 minutes. And what I did, I've done 2 sets of shelves out of scrap in my shop.
Nice.
Both sets, I've made the top shelf crooked. Just
just on
just
for
on
that.
purpose.
Oh, here Darknet says we should start pointing out everything that isn't level in the studio. True. That's your job now. Okay? Why is this so fun to watch? Thank you, Dr. Dragon Rider. Enjoy. There's a lot of cool stuff that happens on Saturdays.
It's ready to see the next print I'm going to
Nice.
put up.
Yeah, show us the next print. We are the level experts. The bong is a little crooked. Nice. Nice. I like that. I like that picture. The frame.
And I know I've told y'all before, but I'll tell you again in case there's anybody new here. All these automotive awesome prints that I'm putting up are by Max Grundy. These are all low number, very limited run prints that I've gotten from him, and I built custom frames and did a custom finish on them.
Nice.
Nothing crazy, but they are handmade and they're a custom stain. So
nice.
It's not something you'll see anywhere else. But
those panels aren't level. Jesus, Nug.
These prints are from Max Grundy, and he
Nice.
has some awesome stuff. If you guys want posters or stickers or beach towels or tote bags or T-shirts, anything
the art
you
looks
guys
good.
can think of, he has. I have some of his decals on my oxygen tank. I don't know.
The art looks great on those. Are those
you know
paintings? Are
They're-
those paintings?
They're all on the side. You're not going to be able to see it.
It's all good. Are those 3 things that you're hanging with that you made custom frames? Are those paintings or are those like photographs?
They started out as drawings, and
Oh.
what he does is he does a limited run of prints. You can't see it on this frame, but oh yeah, you can. This is number 48 of 350. So there's
Wait,
literally
I can't see that. Oh, okay. Yeah.
there's literally 350 of these. I have number 48, which
That's
is
cool.
the year Ed was born, so that's a special number.
Oh,
for
that's
me.
cool.
But so I have this one. I have the one that you guys just saw me hang. I have the one I showed you guys that I hung
Yeah.
over the door. And I have one more that I haven't gotten a back cut for the frame yet, and that's the portrait style one that I'm going to put over that cabinet.
Nice. Well,
But
I mean,
we're actually getting ready. We're going to hang
by
another portrait.
all this that you've been doing by hand is just absolutely fascinating to me. And I assume that's why Dr. Dragon Rider thinks this is so fun to watch. Because, like, honestly, I get entertained just by watching.
Well, I'm glad you like it. I mean, I enjoy doing this kind of stuff, you know.
And just think about when it's finished, all the cool stuff.
Oh, this is nothing. Wait till I get the crown molding in, all the trim up, I finish painting, I get the LED lighting in around the room.
Nice. I stack my artwork.
This is not finished yet.
Oh yeah, no, there's I know that you've got a lot of stuff in mind. I stack my artwork on the walls like that. I like the look. Well, I'm nice. I do too, to be honest. I think it looks great. We're gonna finish this video, and then we have another. We are the level experts.
This is actually a TV. It's not.
Yeah,
art.
it's a TV.
That's a TV. I'm putting the artwork over the top, and then I have a portrait style one that's gonna go here. Let me move the ladder over, and I can start measuring, and I can show you guys what's going on.
Cool. In the meantime, we're gonna finish this video and go for another cute animal video, because I think we deserve that. I think we deserve a 2-for-1 special today for cute animal videos. So we're gonna finish this one, and once this is done, we'll do another cute animal video.
Season, so more people are going to be reliant on those factories to meet the needs of the holiday demand. So that's a lot of need of energy in a short period of time. And then on top of that, more countries are pledging to move towards net zero emissions by 2050. And so that transition process is beginning primarily in European countries. So that's another reason why there might be a connection to the energy transition. But let's go ahead and start with the coal crunch. Starting with China, which got in a diplomatic argument with Australia, and Australia is the world's largest coal exporter. So that significantly limited the amount of coal available for China to access for its factories. So that's the first reason why we're having this coal crunch, at least that China's having this coal crunch, is because it is not accessing Australia's coal, putting a larger demand on other coal resources. Now, in response, China has decided to allow coal plants to charge consumers for the price hike of coal in hopes that that would then draw down the demand. They've also raised the annual production capacity for a few main areas of China, such as Inner Mongolia and Shaanxi, to be able to produce more coal to make up for this loss. But recently in Shaanxi, which is the largest province that produces coal in China, 27 mines were closed due to flooding. And I'll get a little more into different nature pieces that are helping this whole crisis. As a result, many factories have had to shut down in China due to lack of energy availability, and Chinese people are experiencing blackouts, and the Chinese government has requested that its citizens reduce as much energy usage as they can, even canceling a light festival in the beginning of October. Now keep in mind, this is not just for Chinese. Ooh, hi Roo. Hi baby boy, I love this entrance, love that. This is not just harming Chinese, of course, because China is like the largest manufacturer of practically anything. For example, they're the largest producer of steel and aluminum. So because those factories are not able to produce those products as well as they had before, or maybe not even at all in some cases, there's definitely a price hike in those particular products or products that require those materials. And that's just the case for a lot of items, because a lot of the world has become so reliant on Chinese manufacturing. especially the United States. Now, in a different part of Asia, India is also experiencing a coal issue as well. They also had a problem with flooding in their coal mines recently, so that definitely did not help. But also,
isn't this an argument
Indian
to get off fossil fuels as quickly as possible then?
Plants had difficulty securing supply for their coal plants. They reported that 80% of their factories are either at a critical or supercritical stage, which basically means that they only have up to 5 days worth of coal supply. And this is all despite an exponential growth in domestic coal production in India. India is one of the countries that has yet to really produce a plan for reaching net zero emissions.
Wait, what?
I'm thinking I'll do 2 inches between this one and the next one.
Yeah, I mean, someone here suggested, Motku, if you get a large kind of sheet of paper and lay out your arrangement, you can tape it to the wall, get your marks, and then get your marks set right, then hang the art. That's another way of doing it. That makes sense. But yeah, however you want to like move it over a couple inches to the right, or I guess, yeah, to your right. The way, well, right from here, would work just fine.
And in fact, they are planning to increase their coal mining amount by 1 billion tons by 2024. The Indian government blames Coal India Limited for failing to stockpile a sufficient amount of coal as they head towards the winter and a post-pandemic recovery. They were also caught off guard by how quickly factories are pushing back up after the pandemic. So that's another reason why they were kind of caught off guard. So their domestic coal supply might help them in the future, but due to price hikes and just not being necessarily ready yet to supply that amount of coal needed, they're not prepared for this year for their own coal supply. India's government is also asking its citizens to cut back on energy use to avoid blackouts. Nature isn't helping on top of all that. We already talked about how a lot of coal mines in India and China have been flooded, but on top of that, in Europe experienced an especially cold winter last winter, which used up a lot of their fossil fuel supplies. And also during this summer, they experienced a unusually unwindy summer, which means that their wind energy generation is a lot less than initially anticipated. And then on top of that, hydropower has been completely hurt by droughts, basically globally. I mean, we're seeing that in California. So this is kind of like how
this is kind of like exacerbated, I imagine, because of climate change. Obviously, like all of the floodings and all of these incidents are because of climate change. And like this just tells me that like we should probably be focusing on removing our dependency on fossil fuels and things like that. I think that when one renewable energy doesn't give us as much, then we make sure we have fail safes like solar. I mean, solar is, I think, pretty good. So yeah.
Parts of Europe and parts of Asia as well. So there's also been a nuclear nosedive in recent years, particularly all across Europe. Most nuclear plants kind of were brought about in the 80s, and so a lot of them are beginning to need repairs. And instead of paying for those repairs, a lot of countries in Europe are deciding to just shut it down because a lot of countries don't consider nuclear to be a form of clean energy. And so they're just thinking that shutting it down is a beneficial part of the green energy transition. In fact, they seem to be shutting it down faster than fossil fuels because, frankly, it's just an easier target. Nuclear power has dropped from representing 17.5% of global energy supply in 1996 to only...
If nuclear plants are already up, if they're already up and available, then like, sure, but to shut them down for no reason other than you don't want to pay for the repairs, or you want to replace them in some cases with coal plants, then like that's going backwards, isn't it? Like if they're already there, then they're already there. But like, why would you shut them down in favor of like coal plants, or just shut them down because it's too expensive? Like it just doesn't make any sense.
10.1% of energy supply in 2020. One of the main reasons for this is a drastic drop in the price of renewables. There are currently 415 nuclear power plants in the world, most of them in China. And again, most of them were built in the 80s, which means that they are due for repairs. The cost of refurbishing nuclear power plants has actually gone up by 33% over the last decade.
Wait, what?
While renewables have
Getting almost ready for a
Almost written. Nice. Can't wait to see the final product there.
I'm trying to decide if I'm going to make the photos level at the top or center them to each other because one is a little bigger than the other.
Then yeah, I don't know. Me personally, because I do have.
It's not even like a crazy difference. One is 21 1/4, the other is 22 7/8.
Yeah, but that's gonna, like, I have OCD too, and that's gonna bother me. So I think that's probably, this is speaking from my perspective, I would probably center them.
Well,
oh look, we've got two folks who also agree. I'd center them. Yeah, we've got. It seems to me like we've got a small consensus. Yeah,
so
I mean,
from 7/8 to 1/4 of an inch is 5/16. So that means that where I have my line, my center mark needs to be 5/16 lower. Remind me of that when I go up to measure it.
Wait, 5/16?
Yep.
Okay.
So basically, I gave it the same measurements as the other one, but instead, what we're going to do is instead of putting the screw on the second line where the string is going to start, we're going to make it 5/16 of an inch lower, and that should split the difference between it and the other one, since that's the difference in the total height of the frame.
Gotcha. All right, we continue on with this. It's kind of a long video. We got about 10-ish minutes, so.
Hopefully I fuck it up because I only have one more.
Nice. One more. What are those things called again to hang it?
It's like a drywall. I forget what they call them. I could go look at the package.
Yeah. They have specific names.
Yeah. I just know it's something you use when you're not screwing into a stud. You're screwing.
Yeah. It's for drywall. Yep. Wind, solar, geothermal. It's been windy as hell this summer. We have wind farms, but it could also be doing much more for solar. Yeah, like basically if you have, there's multiple ways of getting renewable energy, and if one doesn't look as good as the other, then you do what you can, with what you got.
These are called triple grip heavy duty anchors.
Anchors, yes. Thank you.
So it's kind of cool. You drill the hole in the drywall, you hammer this in.
Yep.
When you put the screw in, the plastic that you put in expands and it can't come back out.
Exactly. Yep. If I have a couple of shelves, behind the panels, which to Nug Wrangler, these panels are level. I don't care what anybody says. These panels are level. You're the one that's not seeing it right, Nug Wrangler. Behind these panels, if you one day I'm gonna do a stream from my chair, which how I started back then. I used to stream from the big chair that's behind me over there. There's little like shelves that have those exact things that you're talking about, and they have they have like 2 pop figures and a little sign there. Oh, by the way, folks, so let me finish this video. We've got about 10-ish minutes. And oh yeah, this is to do with measuring decor. Nice, I do need to learn how to do this. It's all about just kind of like measuring your stuff out. As you can see, she has like temporary chalk, and that can just be kind of brushed off. That's how you do it. But yeah, the more you know, folks. And we're gonna finish this video, and we got another cute animal video that we have to watch. And after that, stay tuned, chat, because we are going to do the due diligence of Saturday Catterday. I've got Bakita in studio today. My girlfriend brought her in earlier, so don't worry, we're gonna get to Bakita because she's just being cute and sleeping. So hold on. As soon as we're done watching this video and the cute animal video, then we've got the Saturday Catterday. My walls are just blank one color paint, no actual frames or anything on but streaming. But streaming you kind of makes me kind of needs to think about it more. Yeah, I mean, hey, you decorate how you want. That's the cool part. You can mix, match, and do what you want. We also need to put up some stuff. Our walls are, to be honest, empty as well.
Has dropped by
That's okay, 'cause
90%
you're
over that
moving
same
here
time
anyways.
period. In fact, it's predicted that we are going to see 10 nuclear plants retire every year for the next 30 years until there's basically none left. Though a main argument for maintaining nuclear power plants is because they are capable of producing a consistent form of energy, which is something that renewables are currently unable to do without sufficient battery storage. Battery storage is actually expected to
Wait, what?
increase
Hold on.
significantly, particularly
What?
Half of 29 and 13/16.
Half of, hold on, calculator. Computer, tell me what is 29?
Half of 29 and 13/16.
Oh, I can't do that. Hold on, half of 29th and 13/16?
In such a way that it'll make sense on a tape measure. I know it's 14 point something.
No
and
way.
It's almost 15.
Yeah, no way I can do that on a regular calculator, I think. Not in any way that'll make sense on a tape measure. Yikes, 29 divided by 2 is 14.5. Hold on. The Simulcara, 14.9062.
So it would be 14.5 plus.
Yeah, someone did it. 14.9062.
It would, right, but I'm reading a tape measure, not a
Yeah.
fucking.
That's why I said, like, on
So,
I can do the
tape
math.
So wait. On a tape measure, it would be 14 and a half plus. Oh shit, I lost it. God damn, I knew what it was for a second.
It would be 14 and a half plus like 4 point something inches.
Alright, a tape measure goes in 16ths of an inch.
Oh
Is
no,
that
good lord. Yeah, no. I wouldn't know.
I just need to get close, guys. I just need to get close.
Because, hold on, if it's 14.9062, so that's 14 and a half. Oh wait, 29 and over 32, which is 14 and 14.4 and 16th. Oh my god, you guys are amazing. Hold on, 14 and 14.4 over 16, or 16ths.
Wait. What? 14.
Yeah, 14 and 14 in 14 and 14.4 sixteenths.
I don't think that's right.
Yeah, because it's 0.9.
4/16 is a quarter. That doesn't make sense.
Right. It is because the math that you're looking for without
So it's 14 and a half plus 4/16 of an inch? Is that what I'm understanding?
I think that's what they're saying, because like 14, because
So that's 14 and 3/4. I think
Yeah,
it's
so what they're-
actually 1/16 of an inch more, which would be 14 and I think 7. No wait, 1, 2, 3, 4.
yeah, because if you do 29, what you were looking for, 29 divided by that and a half, it would be about 14 inches.
I think it's 14 and 9/16.
Yeah, 14 and 9/16. Motku also confirmed that, which is close. 14 and about 14 out of 14 sixteenths. If you divide
14 and 14/16. Okay.
Yeah.
So hold on. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 16 is 7/8. So we're gonna do 14 and 7/8 of an inch.
You guys are the ultimate math nerds. Thank you guys, I appreciate that. I hope you guys
really
caught that
appreciate
reference.
that. I hope you guys know that.
I hope you guys caught that reference.
We're gonna do 14 and 7/8. So we're gonna do 14 and 7/8 for our cross mark, and then we're gonna go 5/16 down from that to do where our screw goes. Does that make sense, guys?
Yeah, and always for hire for wire sag and also trick the eyes. Also tricks the eyes.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, Harkin. My room is in a basement. I can't drill into cement, so I use posters mostly with the putty stuff, which is a tape alternative when I put anything on my white cement painted walls. Yeah, that's an alternative that works. Yeah, absolutely.
The chalk definitely wouldn't come out of cement unless it was really polished sealed. For me, I'm kind of lucky. I have primed and painted walls in this part of the shop. So the chalk literally comes off with water and a paper towel.
Nice. Thank you, chat, by the way. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yes, you guys are awesome. So we're going to do 14 7/8. I can fuck with that.
All right, back to the video.
Back to the video.
In the US
Thank
in
you,
the
chat.
next 5 years,
It should be
primarily
sturdy,
for
right?
solar energy.
Should be.
But until then,
thank you,
wind
Simulcura.
and
Thank you,
solar
Matku.
are
Thank
kind
you,
of
Trimer.
inconsistent
I
based
appreciate
on
that.
whether or not the weather behaves itself, which it didn't during the summer. Nuclear advocates argue that it is a necessary form of clean energy that is able to remain consistent when wind and solar are unable to perform. But unlike fossil fuels, nuclear is not able to be powered up and down based on demand. So that's another problem with the form of power generation. It'll be interesting to see during COP26 how nuclear is discussed. And then there's a gas gap, which basically is the growing demand of gas and the not prepared level of supply for that amount of demand. And so we are seeing now a major spike in the price of gas because it's becoming more and more valuable. And yet methane has had its own amount of disruption as well, such as the Gulf of Mexico being hit by Hurricane Ida, and the unusually cold winters in Europe that kind of drained their reservoirs. So far, at least 11 UK energy companies have gone bust due to the massive price hike in gas. And when that happens, basically every household that is under that company gets switched to a different company by the utility companies. And meanwhile, the household price of gas is skyrocketing as well. We're seeing that a little bit for our
Joe
gas
Biden.
pumps in the US, but because the US has its own domestic supply, it's not as impacted by this energy crisis as Asia and Europe. For example, Europe actually imports 90% of its gas supply, primarily from Russia or Norway. And speaking of Russia, they are hoping to take advantage of this whole energy crisis, as they usually do with any energy crisis. They've recently completed their controversial Nord Stream 2 pumps gas past the Ukraine and over to Europe. They're basically saying, hey, we have more gas to provide Europe if they need to, but analysts are not really sure they actually do, and not sure how much Russia's actually willing to give. So right now, there's a lot of volatility in the gas market price in anticipation of whether or not there's going to be a really cold winter in Europe and Asia, and also if Russia's gas will actually factor in to the supply during the winter. Now, these increased gas prices not only impacts the pump or household utility costs, but it also impacts other parts of other industries that we didn't even think about. For example, carbon dioxide is mainly used as a humane way of killing animals. And because of this price volatility in gas, a lot of European farmers have been told to kill off their animals early as they still have the carbon dioxide to do so. Another example would be fertilizers, which are mainly made of natural gas or methane. And so we're going to see a huge increase in fertilizer costs, which will overall impact the food supply, which is right now, with big agriculture the way it is, heavily reliant on fertilizers. So we're basically going to be seeing a lot of price volatility.
What's really good triggering is that you can make like fertilizer
all around the world because of this
you can
energy.
make fertilizer completely like natural. There's no reason why, you can make like compost and things like that are necessary for agriculture. 100% like plant-based.
Crisis. So some people are blaming this energy crisis on the green energy transition. So let's first basically kind of hear out what the arguments are for that. I read this very opinionated Forbes news article. They need to separate their opinions from their news, if you ask my opinion. Speaking of opinions, in a news video, I'm doing great. According to this article,
I like your
EU
delivery.
states were basically more likely to be making short-term price decisions rather than long-term agreements with fossil fuel companies due to a move towards clean energy. And as a result, a lot of them were not properly prepared for wind energy to not produce as much energy as they anticipated. Basically, people that are arguing that it's the problem of the energy crisis are saying that Europe rushed too quickly to rely on clean energy and to shut down fossil fuel plants. Now, if you have seen this channel, you know that they are moving incredibly slowly for what is needed for this transition. And honestly, we did expect some market volatility during this energy transition. It's not going to be smooth because we're starting now when we should have started in the 80s to move towards net zero emissions by 2050. So in order to make that change, it's going to have to be fast. And unfortunately, fast gets messy really quick. And then on top of that, a lot of promises by different countries are kind of half-assed, which makes the market and financiers kind of confused on who to support and what to do. For example, China is where the vast majority of clean energy is being produced, but most of its energy is still made from coal, which is the dirtiest form of energy generation. About 60% of its energy comes from coal. And on top of that, even though a lot of countries have said that they are going to move away from coal, the IEA predicts that over 300 new coal mines are going to pop up in the next 5 years. So can you blame markets for being honestly confused about what direction the energy industry is going to lead? Renewable energy actually surpassed fossil fuel for the highest percentage of energy generation in the EU last year at 38%, which is great. But that doesn't necessarily mean
so it's almost
that...
like, so the implication here is almost like in this situation, I don't think the market is equipped to deal with this. Al Gore says it's too late. I don't think it's too late necessarily. Not from what I heard. I don't think it's too late. I think that we should still do everything possible to avert the more catastrophic scenarios, but I don't think it's like too late necessarily. But that being said, time is of the essence. What we do, our decisions or indecisions today will determine what scenario we end up with.
It's suddenly responsible for the vast majority of an energy crisis in the EU. Instead, just from my own personal research, it's more likely that the vast majority of this energy crisis is caused by miscalculations and mismanagement from the fossil fuel industries to properly create enough supply to meet the post-pandemic economic boom demand. And as a result, we are just not prepared for the winter at all. Now, if we had a more diversified energy sector, then we wouldn't be so reliant on particular movers and shakers to supply our whole energy demand. And that could be an argument for moving full force towards the clean energy trend.
Yeah, isn't that what I said at the beginning of this video? I think that this just makes the argument to move towards renewables. Yeah, cool.
Transition. Also, the clean energy transition emphasizes the need for better use of energy, more efficient use of energy. And we're seeing from the amount of energy demanded by these factories popping back up that we really need to rethink how we are using our energy. My camera stopped recording. That was helpful. I was just about to finish too. Basically, as the population of humans on this planet are going to continue to increase, and as more countries are heading towards being as industrialized as many parts of Europe and the US, we're going to need to rethink how we use our energy so we don't run into this problem. Yeah. So there's two main reasons to move full force towards our energy transition. But right now it seems like a lot of countries are backpedaling and increasing their quota of fossil fuels per year to make up for this disaster. And if that ends up towards making long-term policy decisions, then we're going to end up in the wrong direction. And unfortunately, this is not the best time because we are supposed to be having the largest UN climate talks in 2 weeks, which, countries like China and India have still not even RSVP'd for. So we're in a very volatile time right now, to say the least. But let me know what you think in the comments below. And if you found this interesting, go ahead and share this video around. And thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me and talking about a very complicated issue. Remember to talk about the climate crisis every single day.
True. I've taken up her mantle, or her call to action very as seriously as I can. I think that the Beckosphere does good work to kind of summarize climate news and things like that. Her call to action is to always talk about, climate change and things like that every day, which I do my best to do every time on this stream. So yeah, please, if you have a moment, check them out. They do fantastic work. Here, let me post a link in chat. Yeah, so I think the TLDR of this video is just simple. It seems like renewable energy is probably the route we need to take. Clearly, fossil fuels and all of this other fossil fuels aren't.
Can you hear me, Burrito?
I can barely hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Okay, yeah, there we go.
Alright.
Clearly, fossil fuels are the problem, and we need to cut emissions. Thank you for the follow, Neon Death. A raspberry patch. Wait, what? Oh, the pandemic put us in a lifestyle pause. It's a good time to face these issues and change. Well, yeah, like what you mean by have a time to reflect and things like that. Yeah, absolutely. It really does put things into perspective, and I think that we as human beings need to understand the severity of the consequences of our actions or inactions. And it's really up to us to get together and drive the political will to attempt to solve these issues. And at this point in time, it does not matter what you identify as in terms of party-wise or politics. It does not matter. This will affect you regardless. Climate change doesn't check your registration, voter registration. Climate change does not care.
Really?
Really? Yeah.
I don't believe you.
So yeah, this affects us all, and it's gonna take us all to try to fix this. And by fix, I mean mitigate and hope we land on the softer side rather than more catastrophic side decades to come. It's just a matter of being informed, I think, and it's just a matter of really having a 2 feet planted on the ground perspective and accept and to understand and try to really get yourself involved with the science behind it, why they reach these type of conclusions, what are the prescriptions to these type of problems. I think that is important to take into account, and I think that the more education, the more education, I think the better, and I think that will affect decisions the more education there is. So I appreciate the Mechasphere for putting that out there, Basically,
oh, yeah.
That's my TLDR of that rant. It's just to be thank you for providing a space where you can kind of summarize and put together climate news, like not just like regular news, just kind of like do summaries of climate news in one channel. Raspberry patches
Right.
don't take much work, and I think you need fertilizer, and berries are good for you. True. I have oops, sorry. I have
I have not had luck growing raspberries. I've been trying for 3 years.
you got strawberries, don't you?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. I don't have raspberries. I have blackberries. I have blueberries. I tried growing strawberries, but I didn't do so good, so I'm gonna try again. So far I've been doing great growing cucumber and peppers. Well, specifically jalapeno peppers are doing great. I have thigh peppers that are doing great. I have hot burrito peppers that are doing alright. Our bell peppers, not so good. Poblanos are kind of getting there. They're kind of doing alright. So we're gonna plant more food. We're gonna plant more food. I hope we can get some watermelon going. And yeah, it depends on your climate because raspberries grow wild here. Nice, that's so good. Have you seen the videos around the world taking back the desert growing forests? Even Ireland and Scotland are doing it. Yeah, I mean, as long as that's how it's supposed to be, that's awesome. So cute animal video, and then the kitty cat. And then the kitty cat. Cute animal video.
What distinguishes Indian food is its magical use of...
I'm getting ads for like food now. That's so weird. I literally was just talking about growing food and now I'm getting ads for foods. That's so weird.
Sorry guys, I had to answer a message here.
No, it's all good. Hey, this is a cute video. Let me just lower that here. Poor little dude. This is so sad.
Ben's mother was relinquished to the donkey sanctuary. She was already pregnant when she came in. Ben was her first foal. She rejected him. We don't
Make sure to grow things like mint and similar
plants.
plants to keep the bugs away. Yes. A lot of bugs. We got a lot of white flies.
Got no idea who he is.
Captain phone doesn't know how to type.
Our staff were feeding him throughout the night. So we had bottles every 4 hours, getting that food into him, but also handling him.
White flies, you
him.
might need more water. Maybe. But they're kind of like a prominent thing here in South Florida.
We were really lucky to have Jingles, a mare that we knew had a foal. Jingles didn't have a bonded friend, which meant that she could go and be with Ben. So we brought her in. And you could see Ben was terrified. Every time she went towards him, he kind of went, oh no, and ran off. It took about 4 or 5 hours for her and Ben to start to look after each other. Once he started to
And the
run
donkey,
around
yes.
a little bit,
So cute.
she just went over, gave him a little nuzzle and told him to calm down.
That's
You could see that
amazing.
all her mothering instincts had come back.
I saw similarly the baby donkey made friends with the bigger dog. Yeah. The dodo is
She
great.
Really took
The
to
dodo has all
guiding
kind of
him
these,
and
all
nurturing
kinds of
him,
stories like this.
and has really made a difference in his life, actually. We had these other mares that had foals. Ben then had some companions to play with. She's kind of like fussing over him a little bit too much. You almost see Ben sometimes going like, get off, I'm fine, I can do this.
Like, comment,
Yay.
and subscribe.
I love these feel-good stories. Ben the donkey. Okay. I promised you guys I would get Kitty Cat on. So here we go. Let's see if we can... let's see if we can do that.
Let's see if we can get this other photo.
Yeah.
Alright, here we go, guys. Woo-hoo.
How do I do this? Properties? Oh, I see. Alright, chat. Hang tight with me. We're going on a quick 2-second trip to see Vaquita. Okay? That is a very, very chill cat.
Okay.
That is a very chill cat.
Alright, guys, there is our second frame. And we're ready for our third frame. Oh shit, I almost fell.
True. Donkeys are good livestock guards too. The Dodo did a video on a farmer who raised donkeys instead of dogs. Yep. Are you good? Llamas are even better. Nice.
Yeah, I'm good. I almost busted my ass.
Oof. When they show
Well,
videos of donkeys, they recognize the people who raised them. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
as you can see,
Oh, we've got the second portrait hanged. Nice. You did it.
oh yeah.
There's a video of a goat saving a chicken from a hawk. Wow. Animals are really pretty cool, aren't they?
Animals are amazing, whether
Yes.
people think so or
That's the best word. Animals are amazing. I truly think so. I truly think so. Thank you, I know I am. The chap. The chap. Am I not true? I mean, yeah, true. True. Alright, chat, I think, oh wait, I owe Spike trees. I'm sorry. Spike, if you're still in chat, I apologize. I missed that. I owe, Spike a dab, I see. Sorry, there was like a lot of things going on at the same time. I apologize. So let me properly dab. Yeah, spike trees. Not the action. Hey, it looks like the art was hung perfectly. Of course. Of course. Of course it was. Between her skills with her hand and chat with the coming in hot with the math. Yeah. Looks good. Looks great. That being said, so I did want to watch that video for, I did want to make sure that by the end of this stream, we made sure to go over that Beckosphere video because I am planning a, it's not gonna be like the full-on usual 2.5-ish, 20-ish hour stream, but I am trying to make a climate change kind of breakdown, complete with everything from an intro, starting from the bottom to like, what is climate change? What does it mean? What does that word even mean? How we use it? In what context? We're gonna go over all of the reports, or we're gonna cite the latest data from the IPCC report to make the argument of why, not that, I know it's kind of frustrating to like even have to make the argument, but like to cement the argument that this is a anthropogenic cause, and why it's a crisis, what we can do, and the conclusion to that. So basically, stay tuned for that, join the Discord for that, and follow on the Bird app and all that awesome stuff to keep up with that. I believe, and I'm pretty sure that I'm going to be able to do it on Friday. I'm pretty sure that I'm going to try to make it happen. So stay tuned for that. And so yeah, it's going to be just a complete kind of breakdown for from top to bottom, beginning to end. What is climate change? What are the prescriptions? What is the latest data? And what does it all mean for us and what we can do? And I want to make it in a way that it's not as live streamy as how we always like interact with you guys in chat. but more of a kind of evergreen content to then put in a place like YouTube, so that we can have something to refer to, and just it's also an opportunity to consolidate all the data and stuff like that, and arguments in my head as well. It's kind of like also a self, it's something for me too, so that I can have everything kind of documented in one place. So it may be shorter than usual, but I think it's important. I think that it will also hopefully be informative. More importantly, above everything, I hope that it is something that we can kind of jot down, lay down the groundwork for, and that it is informative and can be just shown to anybody, right? So I hope that I'm able to do that properly. Sometimes I feel like I'm not doing a good enough job. Sometimes when I talk about climate change, or when I talk about specific data and stuff like that, sometimes I feel like I'm not doing a good enough job. So I want to have an opportunity to just lay down everything in one place, and also just put it on YouTube, and that's it. Hopefully you'll all join us for that one. Keep up with the channel on Discord and all of that stuff. That being said, it is 2:41. That's close to 3 o'clock, so I do need to get going. I've got a lot of stuff to do.
Come on.
Yes, I know.
You're
I know.
ridiculous, Carlos.
I know. But please hit the follow button. Don't forget we are here Monday through Friday. 8 a.m. to 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Oh, actually, okay, we have a heading. Great, thank you for bringing that to my attention. I'm gonna go right now. Yes, so make sure you guys follow, make sure you guys do all the social medias and all that awesome stuff. Please stay with us, okay? Please hang tight. Please stay with us as we're going to Bad Bunny, who's doing that fundraiser for Trans Lifeline. So please stay with us. Stay with us, folks, okay? Don't go anywhere. I just want to say thank you to Darknet. Thank you for everybody being here. Thank you to Bleep Pop Ben for bringing his wonderful community. Thank you for all the new follows. Thank you for all the incredible support. Thank you, Dr. Dragon Rider. Thank you, Bleep Pop Ben. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. And of course, if you see anybody here with the little diamond, please make sure you follow and all of that awesome stuff. Please. Thank you. Spread the word far and wide that this is the place, chillest place to be for news and politics. As always, please stay safe. Please take care of each other. We love you all, and we hope to see you guys.
And we'll see you in the next stream.
In the next one. That's right. See ya. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Hang tight. Don't go anywhere. Hang tight. Okay. Thank you. All right, chat. Hang tight with us. We're heading out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go.